absolute madman behind the guitar work in Rage Against the Machine and in Audioslave. The thing that most commonly comes to mind when people think of Tom Morello as a guitar player is his insane effects usage. It is pure chaotic genius. The Edge walked so Tom Morello could take a fucking Saturn V to the moon. Guitarists have been trying to recreate his rig to replicate his sounds for years, and now the crazy lads at Neural DSP have attempted to bottle up the magic into one comprehensive digital package. So, have they succeeded? It seems like a monumental task, but they haven't let me down yet. So let's take a closer look. Okay, so if you're familiar with Neural DSP plugins, you know the layout. You've got your different signal chain modules, your pre-effects, in this case a dive bomb pedal. We've got a model of Tom Morello's beat to absolute shit JCM 800, whammy, wah, delay, EQ, and phaser effects in a virtual effects loop, dynamic cab sim module with a wide selection of mics, or you can load on your own custom IRs, EQ module, and then your post effects module consisting of another delay and a reverb. And my favorite way to explore a plugin is to use the sounds and tones to inspire a demo track. Smack a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it. That actually really helps out, and let's get creative. Okay, don't mind the mess in the background. Some stuff is going to new homes. Check out the reverb store. But in the meantime, just ignore everything that's going on back there. That's not the point of the video. Anyway, so I've got the plugin open. I've gone to one of the included presets, Tom's rhythm guitar. I'm using my Valiant Jupiter loaded with bare knuckle polymaths. Cool. Not a sound I generally gravitate towards. Kind of that lower gain, crunchy Marshall sound. But it's a cool tone, and this is gonna make for a real interesting demo track. I also have to say I love the aesthetic. Like, that is what Tom Morello's amp actually looks like. Okay, so with Archetype Tom Morello, it's only fitting that we put together something Tom Morello inspired. One slight problem, I'll be honest, I didn't really grow up with Rage Against the Machine. You could maybe imagine they might not have been so popular in China growing up. You know, obviously everyone's heard a couple of tracks like at the end of The Matrix where Keanu starts flying around. But for this, I need to download more of Tom Morello's moveset. So bear with me a quick second. I'm gonna do a Spotify crash course in Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave real quick.
Much later.
Fuck, how am I gonna replicate this vibe? Alright, let's start simple. I really like how he has these huge riffs, and he uses the octaver to really thicken up the tone. So, let's go into the plugin and find the Wham 1. And what we're gonna do is blend in an octave down. Oh, that's a big old riff. By the way, this is actually something that a lot of modern metalcore that I'm more familiar with has started to do. Like, if you really want to break down a hit, what you do is you blend the regular octave with an octave down, and it just sounds so fucking chunky. And Tom Morello's been doing it for decades. Okay, so I think we can open with that main riff, and then we'll just have more variations on it. Oh, but it's Tom Morello, so instead of, we do, so I'm thinking we can start and end on that huge riff, and then in the middle, it'll be, like, heavy, psychedelic blues rock? Is the best way to describe it. Groovy bass line, effects everywhere, just absolute vibes. So we'll turn the wham off, and maybe dive bomb pedal? What an insane pedal. I'll try to put that in somewhere, but I have no idea what to do with that sound. Delay and phaser, I know what to do with those. Those are the effects in the loop, and then there's even more delay and a reverb. Fuck it, why not? dive bomb pedal just for fun? Alright, maybe that's a bridge too far. And then on top of that, maybe we can use more, for lack of a better term, wham-fuckery. And what's cool about these plugins is that everything is individually MIDI controllable, which means that you can control it using a MIDI controller, and also that you can automate everything in the track. You'll hear what I mean, because I'm going to automate some of the aforementioned wham-fuckery. That way I'm not messing around with the mouse while I'm trying to play guitar. Sounds really quite nice with the single coil neck. Yeah, so I don't know how this one is gonna turn out, but I think I've got enough ideas now. I'm gonna go away, work on the demo track off camera. So I'll meet you back here for final thoughts and also some sound clips from some of the other presets. But first, here's how the demo track consisting of the first riffs inspired by this plugin turned out. So this was kind of a weird one for me. The main tone, that overdriven Marshall sound, isn't something I would normally go for at all. But that's what I personally love about testing plugins, and the archetypes especially. Each of them have unique modules or tones that really push your creativity. And it's super easy to just lay something down and then manipulate the DI in new and exciting ways, whether that's messing with the effects, changing the mic or cab, refining the EQ, and you can do it all in real time while listening to it back with just a couple of mouse clicks. I love that shit. In this case, the unique creativity pushing feature is obviously all the crazy Tom Morello sounds and zoo noises and whatever the fuck else you can recreate. using the dive bomb pedal at the front of the chain, all the effects in the virtual loop, the wham, the wah, the post effects. I mean, all Neural DSP plugins are essentially rigs in a box, and this one comes with an especially comprehensive effects package. And I'm really not an effects guy. I just find messing with pedals super cumbersome. But again, the fact that it's all here, laid out in a way that makes sense and easily manipulatable is really good. And I especially appreciate how accurate the Wham 1 is to the real thing. Greatest pedal in the world. To be honest, in most situations, if I was in a crazy pitch and modulation effects-y mood, I'd pick Gojira over this because I prefer the heavier, chuggier tone. My dopamine receptors are only activated with an outrageous amount of gain, apparently. But to my ear, Archetype Morello accomplishes exactly what it sets out to do. You want to do crazy Tom Morello-esque shit and get some dirty Tom Morello-esque tones? That's exactly what this does. Not to say you can't do other things, you very much can, and I would definitely encourage that. Play in your own style with Tom Morello's tools and just see where that takes you. Conveniently, Neural DSP offers 14-day free trials for all their plugins, so you can try before you buy, see how you like the tones with your own guitars. Their plugin library is absolutely stacked at this point. There's a ridiculous amount of tones to experiment and get creative with. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Here's where I'll throw it to you. What do you think of the latest Neural DSP plugin? Have you tried Archetype Tom Morello yet? And let me know, Archetype Rabia is still my current daily driver. What plugins are you guys rocking recently? And massive thanks to my amazing patrons for making each and every video possible. Their names are up on the screen right now. Consider joining them if you want to support what I do with making high quality guitar content. You can also join as a channel member or pick up a comfy ass shirt. Everything goes back into the channel. Really appreciate you if you decide to do that. Social media, merch, and Discord server links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I will see you for the next video.